anti-immigrant. Roberto Izurieta, a CNN en Espanol contributor, joins me now. So, Roberto, a new poll actually shows that Romney has a double-digit lead with Latino Republicans in Florida. But how are these heated words, shall we say, this rhetoric, going over with the community?
Oh yes, it will affect him because what we also seen on the polls that not only the Hispanic vote, but in general any voter in Florida right now, they are changing opinions every day. So when you have that kind of situation, you have to be very careful in your words and not offend any of the voters that you try to reach.
Are these voters truly offended by this language? Is that what you're hearing?
Oh, yes. In general, the rhetoric that we hear in the Republican primary, it is affecting the Hispanic vote in general, and particularly also in Florida, because just the fact that when they call them illegal immigrants, for example, in the debates, the Democrats, on the other hand, they call them undocumented immigrants. When you say illegal immigrants, you're referring to the person is illegal. So it's kind of offensive. And also, for example, I remember one of the primaries, debates, Mikhail Bachmann saying that we need to build not only one wall but two walls. That's unrealistic and it's offensive. So yes, from the Bush campaigns where George Bush he got one of the biggest Hispanic votes not only in Florida but everywhere, which was a very friendly rhetoric and welcoming. And Jeb Bush, his brother, was the governor. They were related to Hispanic. Some member of the family speak perfect Spanish. All that helped. But we have here in the primary Republicans, in the Republican Party, this election, the last election, is a rhetoric that is offending them.
So, Roberto, let's talk about Florida and the Cubans. Gingrich and Romney both talking about Fidel Castro. Take a listen.
If I'm fortunate enough to become the next president of the United States, it is my expectation that Fidel Castro will finally be taken off this planet.
I don't think it's ever occurred to a single person in the White House to look south and propose a Cuban spring. I would argue if Mubarak was bad, Castro's worse. If Assad is bad, Castro's worse.
Now, Roberto, there are a lot of Cuban Americans, obviously, in Florida, but the Latino community is much more diverse. Does it hurt or help to focus on Castro?
Yeah, but let's go back to the rhetoric part first. If you hear both speeches, clearly Gingrich's speech is more positive and welcoming. Those kind of the rhetoric that Hispanics are also looking for, not only the issues. And about the question that you just asked, yes, the geographic, the Hispanic vote in Florida is quite different from the rest of the United States. In the rest of the United States, it's mostly, immigrants from Mexico or Central America. Florida are Cubans, but then in the Cuban demography, you have two. The older Cubans are more interested in hear a clear message against Fidel Castro. But the younger ones, they are interested in the same issues that any other American are interested. So there's a big difference there, too.
Roberto Izurieta, CNN en Espanol. Thanks so much.
Thanks.